My name is Lance Renner, and I've just volunteered for the Army. The year is 1942, and the world is at war. This is my story. I was 18, barely a man, and when I heard about the Japanese bombing at Pearl Harbor, I knew I had to act. 3 months later, and I was in England. My CO at the time, Captain Marks, knew I and the others in our platoon weren't ready for combat yet, so we spent our time out in the countryside in simulations. I guess that's where my story starts, here in the fields to the north of London. Our objective was simple: capture and hold 3 points and keep them out of the hands of the Germans. The first point was the easiest. The main road went right to it, and I suppressed the town from across the road in a beat-up little farmhouse while our boys cleared the section. In my haste and in my youth, I threw a grenade too close to one of my buddies. Luckily, he wasn't hurt, but Marks reprimanded me for it later. Having secured the point, an enemy vehicle busted through our lines and tried to hit us from behind. With Charlie Point secured, we pressed ahead to the Alpha Point. The river lay between it and us, and a lot of open territory, and the Germans were trying to mount a counterattack. With their counterattack stopped, I pushed back to the bridge. but the bridge was way too risky and exposed. So I took a deep breath and decided to plunge into the cold river water, hoping to flank the Germans and catching them off guard. Alpha Point was another tiny village with a building with a caved-in roof that made it ideal for snipers. It was also closer to enemy HQ, so we knew resistance would be stiff. That sniper was holed up pretty tight. I thought our boys had managed to flush him out with that rocket launcher, but it seemed not. I couldn't risk going out into the open. That sniper would take me out easily. I tried to get an angle and a shot on him, and waited for backup to arrive. With the sniper down, we pushed into Alpha and prepared ourselves to hold it. But we had no idea there were more Germans already in the tank. The battle ebbed and flowed for a long time. The Germans managed to flank us a couple of times and catch us off guard, but in the end, we managed to secure Alpha Point. We left Charlie and Alpha Point to some other squads so they could get in some practice, and regrouped at HQ. Now our mission was the Bravo Point. It was much different than the others. Bravo Point was in the rubble of an old church in the middle of a forest. Rivers surrounded it, making vehicles hard to come by. Visibility would be low, and danger would be high. A couple of grenades were thrown our way, so I decided to return the favor. It seemed the Germans here were grenade happy, so I had to keep on my toes. And after getting hit by so many grenades, I decided to return the favor. With the surrounding area finally cleared out, I moved into the church itself. The point had been taken. All we had to do now was prevent the Germans from taking it back in the counterattack. counterattack stalled at Bravo, the simulation was won. We headed back that night for some well-earned R&R, although the captain said he had even more simulations planned for us tomorrow. It appeared we weren't ready for the war just yet.